Last year at my physical, my doctor told me I wasn't getting enough social interaction. My husband, Mark, had passed away the year before, and I was doing well as long as I stayed in my safe bubble, my house. My doctor said, Marianne, you like to work out, but you're doing it at home and alone. Universal Fitness is right down the road from you. Go. Join some new classes. Meet people. Mark and I had been married for 42 years, and 21 of them, I wasn't just his wife. I was his healthcare advocate too, and I was good at it. The doctors told me all the time that the main reason that Mark outlived that 1 year survival rate was because of me. Can you imagine how much pressure that was to think year after year he was living because of something I was doing? Now, my friends say I'm a bit of an overachiever, and I guess I am. Because if the doctors felt that the reason Mark lived much longer than he should have, well, then I gave Mark 20 more years than they predicted. So the thought of me stepping outside of that bubble and trying to figure out who I was now on my own without him scared me. Because at that point, I had no idea anymore who I was. Now my doctor said, Marianne, please try Universal a couple times. Oh, my doctor knows me. I'm the one person that actually listens to him. So I went. I used to teach aerobic dance in the 80s, so I went to the Wednesday night Zumba class wearing my leg warmers from the 80s. I marched right up to that front row center spot right in front of the instructor, and we connected immediately. There was a guy in the class that actually thought he could outdance the aerobic dance queen. Well, I almost fell a couple times as I was outdancing him, so I got myself a pair of neon yellow Zumba shoes. They make shoes just for Zumba. They slide, and mine glow in the dark. Now, I knew I wouldn't have any trouble fitting into that class. It was the body pump class I was afraid of. A weightlifting class with a barbell. Yikes! I never lifted a barbell in my entire life, and here I was, 66, gonna try it. The instructor for the Wednesday morning class met me the day before and worked with me for a whole hour. And you know what she made me do that whole hour? Squats! She kept saying, Marianne, chest forward, get that butt back and get it down to your knees. And finally, I nailed a good one. I was ready. I went the next day, and she met me a half hour ahead. Because to set up for this class is quite a process. By the time I drug all the weights, the barbell, the risers, the platform, the mat, I was exhausted, and class hadn't even started yet. I thought, uh-oh. She said, I set you up near this guy. He's 80. He's the leader in the class, and he'll help you. I thought the leader is 80? Maybe the setup's the hardest part. So I went out to the bathroom. I came back, and my stuff wasn't where she set it up. Here's my first interaction with the guy that was supposed to help me. You took Randy's spot. Spots? They had their own spots. I moved it beside me. He physically moved all the stuff that my instructor set up. I was a little scared of him. Class started. I had these tiny little weights the instructor said I should start with. I looked over at the 80-year-old. He had the heaviest weights in the class. It was the warm-up. Push-ups. I'm doing the easiest option. I'm on my knees. My arms are shaking like crazy. I look at the 80-year-old. He's doing a full push-up on one leg. After class, he looks at me and he says, hey, Marianne, what do you think? I said, I think I might be in the wrong class. He said, Marianne, it doesn't matter how heavy the weights are. Give it 100% each time, and you're on my level. That's all I needed. I went back, but I moved my spot. I didn't take Randy's precious spot. I went right behind the 80-year-old. I watched every move he made for weeks. I now go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I can do full push-ups, and I'm the first person to class every time. You know why? Because I want my spot, damn it. It's right behind him. Now, I have developed so many unique friendships all throughout that fitness center. And it starts with this 80-year-old who will never admit that he's my friend. but he has pushed me. He has pushed me to work harder, to get stronger. I'm now a pretty buff 66-year-old woman. Look at those. Woo! I have a friend that's 70. I call him my philosopher. Before class, he tries to fill this head of mine with a bit of knowledge and challenge me a bit. I could see he could use a little laughter in his life, so I'm just myself, and he thinks I'm funny. I have a friend that's 19. I met him when I was walking the track one day, and he was playing basketball. He almost ran me over. He's adorable. We've been friends ever since. He likes to give me advice. Sometimes it's dating advice. But the best advice he's given me so far was one day he told me, Marianne, I believe God puts people in our lives at the perfect time when we need it the most. And that's exactly how I feel about all my friends at that fitness center. They have become the dessert in my healing journey. Not an end, but a sweet treat. The journey I was afraid to take because I didn't know who I was. Well, the truth is, I'm a 66-year-old woman who isn't afraid to take a risk, to try a new class like a weightlifting class. And I'm brave enough to stand on stage here every month and be vulnerable, honest, and open with you to share stories. Because last year, you at Story Slam, you were my appetizer. I came to tell one story, my 21-year journey as a healthcare advocate for my husband who lived with terminal cancer. I just told my 12th story since last summer. So for all of you who have encouraged me and supported me on the journey that I am still on, thank you.